Good morning. Hello. How's your day so far? I hope you're having a good morning. I haven't even had my sip. There it is. There it is. There's the hair fluff and the sip. Pretty much my daily. Oh, you know what? I don't have my booster. I sit on a booster. Oh, anyway. Good morning. I want to thank you for joining me. I'm not sure if you were with me yesterday, but I had a moment, more than a few moments, of feeling really discouraged with my life and some choices I made. And I was pretty much in a spiral, being led by my emotions. And it happens. I'm not going to blame it on the planetary alignment, but there definitely was some energy in this planets yesterday with the Cancer new moon that was really bringing up things for me to process and work through and release. And so while I cannot change situations, I can only change me. And I have had a tendency, I think it's my life's work, which we all have it. We all have a life's work. We're here to get through some patterns or some stories or ways of being in the world. We are here to learn our lessons. And I am pretty darn sure one of my main lessons is to remain centered and to not get caught up in my thoughts, especially believing that I might have a better idea than God. And what I mean by that is when things happen to me or you or anyone, if they weren't meant to happen, they wouldn't. So when they happen to you, if you try to change it or control it in any way, it's just a cause for struggle. And while I don't like what happened to me or the choices I made, it all happened for reasons probably to get me to this space of once again needing to surrender and forgive myself and have mercy for myself and watch how I speak about choices I make and how I react. And so it's really important to me that I look at myself and take a radical responsibility for my thoughts, my words, my actions. And, I'm not perfect, so I make mistakes. And I don't like making mistakes. That's what it boils down to. I don't like it. I don't think anybody does, right? But getting comfortable with the things you don't like. So, if you did watch yesterday's, I might have exaggerated some of the things that I was talking about as far as money, because there are no guarantees. So, whatever happens when it comes to decisions you make in that moment, you do the best you can. And that's what I'm telling myself this morning and yesterday. Because, hindsight's 2020, And also, I also wanted to remind myself and you, what's the come from for your decisions? And for me, I decide things based on feeling and my heart and what is good for me. Sometimes others even more so it could possibly turn out. But I also have a view of the world that we are all one. We aren't in competition with each other. Money's an exchange of energy between people, and as it goes, it comes back in other ways. So there's a lot of energy around me that is not necessarily cash, but it is love and abundance in other ways. So that's how I look at life. You're just seeing it happen real when you tune in every day. I am a work in progress, as we all are, which is the beauty of this chat in the morning. I think I'm going to go live on Instagram real quick too. Bear with me for a minute. I'll just put this here. See if that works. All right. So anyway, the other thing I really wanted to talk about today. Hi, Instagram. I'm going live on Instagram, as I've already been live on my YouTube channel this morning for my chat and my coffee, and I thought I'd bring Instagram into things. So I'm not sure where I'll look, but welcome if you decide to join me. I apologize for the loud noises outside my window. I live in the city, but thanks for joining me. And today's coffee talk, yesterday's chat was about some decisions I had made that I wasn't so happy about. So I was recapping from yesterday because I needed to process some things and do some internal work. And also, some of the ways I do those, I wanted to just kind of explain as a coach. You know, I have a lot of tools, and a lot of my work comes down to going inward and sitting and listening with your own self and your own heart, and going a little deeper into why you get triggered and what's coming up for you and how to deal with those things when they arise. And it's the beauty of working with a coach is I can hold space for you as you process things and witness you and reflect to you, and mainly just ask questions and lead you down the path that gets you to your own answers. And I know I talk about this often in my morning chats, but it's really important to take information from whoever you listen to, coaches, leaders in any way, shape, or form, and taking their information and discerning it with your own thoughts, beliefs, internal knowing, and then go from there and do what's best for you. Especially during these times where there's so much information out there, you gotta be real accountable for yourself, because you're the only one who can watch out for yourself. That's what it comes down to. And the last thing I really wanted to chat about, oh my God, coffee is so good. The last thing I wanted to touch on is the importance or the reminder of how your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all your responsibility and are creating the world around you in every moment. How you show up in the world matters so much. And I have been challenging myself, and I encourage you to challenge yourself to be more conscientious of, especially, this is the key. This is the juiciness, especially when you're in a situation that you've been in before and it's an interaction where you may have a little bit of a disagreement or an uncomfortability, like in the situation. Do you want to make a change in that moment? Do you want to show up in a different way for yourself? Do you want to get past this way of being into a next level? You know, think of it as a game of life, right? Do you want to expand and grow? You have opportunities. It's so fun to play the game where when you're faced with a situation that continues to kind of circle back and haunt you, perhaps, if you want to think of it that way. But if you make a different choice, that's the process. That's you learning, growing, evolving. And how I do that is, just as an example, like in a moment when I get a text message or I find myself being confronted with a question or an idea that I'm not necessarily feeling comfortable with, I take an extra moment to breathe into my heart and soul and just like calm myself and show up, like be in this moment. Okay, this could be in work, this could be in any situation in your life. Like the second you feel a little bit of an uncomfortable, like I've been here before, this might be an opportunity for me to show up differently, do so. And if you need an extra moment before you react, I would say take it. Check in and be like, what would my heart, if I led with my heart, if I led a different way this time, if I didn't let this anger or this irritation lead me in this moment, how might I respond differently? We have so many opportunities right now in our world to be confronted with things that we might not like so much, that might really hurt us or bother us. And that's part of life. The piece that we can control is how we want to be in the world back, how we want to respond moving forward. Do we want to shift into a different way of being in the world? I know I do. So I'm really working on that consciously with my clients, with myself every day. And then when I have a day like I had yesterday where I was pretty emotional, I spent more time in meditation, just like breathing, getting out of my mind, getting into my heart and my body and my soul, and just relaxing into I'm okay, I'm safe, everything is okay, everything is working out for me. Those sort of things to tell ourselves. And also I danced it out. I got out in nature. I went to the gym. I made plans to be with a friend. So, we all have our ups and downs in life, and we need to be more forgiving of ourselves, kind to ourselves as we go through their processes every day. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day ahead. And a reminder, I pop on YouTube every day live between 8 and 8:30 Central Time. You can always watch the replays if you just want to sip your coffee and listen to what I have to say any day of the week. I would love to get any feedback or thoughts on what might be interesting to you for me to speak about as a coach. My work is very deep into getting people to check in and be aligned with their heart and soul, out from underneath any limiting beliefs, any patterns, any things that do not serve our souls, and just really going deep into your authentic self and living from that space. It's so freeing. And I just want everyone to be comfortable in themselves, to shine their light as bright as possible, because the world needs each of us to show up in our highest, brightest light. All right, I love you, and I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful day. And thank you, Instagram.